buckle up. Let's see what Melinda has for us. Melinda, take it away.
All right, good morning, everyone. My camera is acting up, but don't worry, you can see my face. My face is right there, but bigger is you can hear my voice. Our theme today is Find Your Voice. What does it mean to you? Find your voice is the power of self-talk. Finding your voice is finding yourself. Finding your voice is sharing your truth. Finding your voice says, hello, just speak up. Based on these concepts today, I have some questions for you. Finding your voice also means it's your opportunity to hone in on your craft. So I'm going to ask you some questions. I am just going to randomly pick people. Everybody ready to play? Say yes. I can't hear you.
Yes.
All right, good job. Here's our first question. And I invited two people who are here on the meeting this morning, Dr. Emmanuel Officer and Dr. Amber Hearn. And I'm going to ask one of them to play with me right now by answering my first question. My question is, what are you doing to hone in on your craft? Dr. Amber Hearn, what are you doing to hone in on your craft? The theme is finding your voice. Are you there, Amber? I'll have Dr. Officer, can you answer that question? What are you doing to hone in on your craft? How do you find your voice?
Well, can you hear me?
Yes.
Before I could find my voice, I had to find myself. I believe that you have to come to yourself to discover yourself. I would say, like Dr. Amber Hearn, I'm not in her field, but you would have to do some type of clinical analysis on your background to figure out who you are. And so I knew that the heart is the soul of the mind, and as a man thinks in his heart, that's who he is. That's finding your voice is who you are, like you said. But you will never find a way to exit out of who you are if you don't access or expose yourself from the roadblocks or the potholes that get in your way, and that blueprint, which is inside your head, it's inside your mind. So I had to get rid of some roadblocks, slay some giants, get rid of some dragon killers. I had to accessorize and identify myself with persons, places, and things that cultivated, identified with my reality. That way now I can kind of bring myself to the surface, come away from behind the counter, get out of the reflection in the mirror, stop blaming everybody else for my issues. And sometimes I get to talking and I may leave off the subject, but I believe you asked me about finding my voice, finding my who I am. And so, yeah, just finding who I am by removing all the things, all the roadblocks, all the obstacles, and then looking for those things that I know that I need to set up to get to the next level, one by one.
All right. Thank you, Dr. Officer, for playing with us today. It's about finding your voice. Yeah. All right. When you guys share your voice, I want you to make sure you speak up so we can hear you, because one of the things about your voice has everything to do with your volume. It's the power of speaking up. Here's the next question. Who's ready to play? Raise your hand. Don't all raise them at the same time. Frankie, I'm going to choose you. Frankie, here's the question, Frankie. How do you find your voice with confidence? How do you find your voice with confidence? Thank you, Frankie, for playing along.
Thank you, Madam Table Topics Master. Well, Toastmasters is how I found my voice. I was faced with a new job as Rialto Chamber Manager, and I was going to be expected to lead workshops, and I was going to be expected to present in front of the Rialto Chamber, or in front of City Hall. I was emceeing the Miss Rialto pageant, Rialto Days, various other events at that time, and I was terrified. I used to speak very softly. Someone accused me of making a play for attention. And I got to thinking about it. And that's true. When you speak softly, you make everybody lean in, don't you? And I thought, oh dear, there's my ego going crazy. So I learned to say, and I joined Toastmasters specifically for table topics because learning to speak on my feet was really uncomfortable. So that's how I found my voice. Other than that, I was very, very quiet, very, very shy.
Thank you, Frankie, for sharing.
Thank you.
All right. Do you know that your voice is just a conversation away? Let me say that again. Your voice is just a conversation away. That means you have to be clear. You have to be mindful of your self-talk versus your self-concept, right? And thinking about these points that I've just mentioned, who wants to play next? Come on. Let's grow today. We're an entrepreneur Toastmasters, the power of making a difference. Yes. Who wants to play next? Who hasn't spoken this morning? Taya, are you game? Taya, are you game, Taya? Oh, man, gee, we are so excited. Yeah. Here we go, Taya. Here's your question. What can you do to find your voice? What can you do to find your voice? Clap it up, Taya. Let us know.
Okay, then. Thank you so much for that question. What can I do to find my voice? First of all, that is to join Toastmasters. Toastmasters, once again, as many of you guys have echoed, is a great platform for developing your voice, for finding your self-confidence, for taking that information and then putting yourself in positions through your work, through volunteering, to speak, to share, to explore even opportunities to be that much more than what we are today. So I believe that the ability to find your voice is to find a platform such as Toastmasters and to utilize it to every possibility that you can by speaking through table topics, by being a speaker, by being a Toastmaster of the day, by being a general evaluator, constantly putting yourself in positions that stretch you. That is how you will find your voice. Thank you.
Good answer. Thank you, Tara, for playing. Yes, that's what I'm talking about. This is why we joined Toastmasters. Even when we joined Toastmasters, some people are still hiding. People are still hiding when they come in the meeting. They're shy, they're scared. Do you understand that your voice says everything about you? You have nonverbal gestures that still show something about you. Understanding how to find your voice means two things. You have to ask yourself the question, what is my self-esteem versus what is my self-concept? Let me help you again. Your self-esteem versus your self-concept. Here's a little note on that. The self-esteem is what you feel about yourself. Got that part? But the self-concept is what others feel and perceive about you. Hello, somebody. Let's change it up. Let's change it up. In the world of business as entrepreneurs, here's the next question. Who wants to play? Mona, you want to play? Don't try to hide. Okay, Mona Lisa. In the world of business, what are you doing to find your voice? In the world of business, what are you doing to find your voice? It's your self-esteem versus your self-concept. Hello.
What I'm trying to do is blend the two together so that I am always my authentic self, whether in my personal life or whether in business. My core values that I have as an individual, as a child of God, have to flow out into every avenue. And I guess since I was called on today, I will toot my own horn Say, I have a book release of November the 23rd for my book, It Matters Who Gets the Glory, but it is currently available in the ebook form. So what do I do to gain my voice back when 2011 hit me hard, when I lost my husband and uncle 10 days apart, and within those 10 days, I was in court getting a restraining order. Within 6 months after that, I developed breast cancer. I lost our home, but guess what? My mantra was, I'm not going out like this. I was playing small. I was helping, but not at the level that I was capable of helping and doing. I came back to Moreno Valley. People that are in my network right now, people that I love and care about, I didn't even know them 10 years ago. Toastmaster, I had no idea 10 years ago. I am a DTM. So within 10 years, I've been able, when I decided to use my voice, my gifts, my talent, as the word says, the world made room for me. So
All right. Thank you, Mona. Congratulations on your book. Woo-woo. Show some love. Put your hands up. Get on that ebook. All right. Your voice is the power of you. Your voice says, be yourself. Your voice needs to tell you, be confident. Your voice needs to say, it's the power of being clear with your message. It means to be authentic. Oftentimes, individuals are scared to be authentic. I want to encourage you to be authentic because we are an entrepreneur Toastmasters.